Hey, what's going on, JJ Crew? Journey John here, and welcome back to Star Citizen. So today, we're going to be taking a look at our fully upgraded Origin 325A, and we're going to be doing some bounty contracts in this thing as well. So I've made some upgrades to the weapons, the ship's weapon systems, as well as the quantum drive and the shields. The other things I didn't really need to upgrade, our power was okay. We were able to handle all the power we need for the upgrades, as well as our cooling. I upgraded my freelancer recently, and that was not the case. I still had to upgrade this stuff because I was flying around. I was trying to fly out of, I think, New Babbage, and the ship shut itself off because it overheated, and I crashed into the ground. So make sure that your heating and your or your cooling and your main power is enough to take care of all the upgrades that you want to do on your ship. So you can see here we got our Dominator 2. We didn't really do much in the way of missiles. Dominator 2 missiles are some of the best missiles for the size that you can get. I'd have to take a look at the Arrestor 3 missiles, but I believe these are also very good. So the quantum drive that we went with was an Atlas drive. It's really kind of up to you on what kind of drive you want. I like this one because it's a little bit slower, but it is very fuel efficient, so you can go further with it, which is nice because this is a smaller ship, so we don't have a whole lot of quantum fuel. It also spools and calibrates very quickly as well. We have some FR66 shields, which have increased shielding over the vanilla shields, and they also refresh a lot faster after they've been taken out. And we're using the CF337 Panther repeaters in our left and right wings, and we have a gimbal mount along with a M5A cannon instead of an M6A cannon, so we can have that gimbal, which allows us to have more accuracy because it's able to track the target kind of on its own. So here we are. We're in a boarding action mission, which is a Origin. This is a Origin jump, 890. Yeah, 890 jump. So the first thing you got to do is take out these pirates that are kind of guarding the perimeter outside. And these fights can go okay usually, but if they decide that they're all gonna fire missiles at you at the same time, it can be a little bit dicey, and it may take you out in like one hit. So sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you get very, very unlucky. So we're fighting some Cutlass Blacks over here. Pirates apparently really like the Cutlass Black, so you'll be shooting down a lot of these things. I actually think this is an interceptor type ship or class ship, and it does very well at doing bounty hunting for the size and I guess price of what the ship is. And also, I really like the design and the look of this ship. It's just so cool. So yeah, we still have one more ship though, so he's gonna come up behind us and we're gonna try to take him out. He almost had a missile lock on us, but the security guard is actually helping us out, and he took him down with the missile, which is freaking epic. So usually with these boarding action missions, you'll have security guards that are kind of guarding the perimeter and trying to fight the pirates, and then you also have some security that are actually on the 890 jump with you. So you want to make sure, be careful not to shoot these dudes when you go on here. There's a couple of different places that you can enter the ship. There's the way that we're gonna go over here, and then there's also a dock on top that you can go into, kind of like just zero G float into there. But there's usually bad guys over there, so you got to be a little bit careful. So yeah, we're just gonna try to get in through this door without falling over, and yeah, we'll see how that goes real quick. Yeah, not super great. You can, if you are able to like align yourself just right, you can get on there without falling to your face, but it doesn't always work out. Another thing to note is that the AI in this game it's not very impressive. It still needs a lot of work. So hopefully get a few patches in and things will start to improve. But the funny thing is that because they're so like, these guys are just running around, they're completely ignoring us, they're just trying to run away, right? But you have the occasional dude who will hide behind a deal and just come up and just smack you right in the face and kill you in like 3 seconds. So you got to be careful. You don't want to give them a chance to take you out. So yeah, this guy's just stuck there running through a door, man. I tried to shoot him earlier and you can see that we like hit the wall next to him, so there's like some issues with collision detection as well. And this guy, he was doing his best, but it didn't work out. And yes, so you might have thought that looked a little bit weird there. We actually canceled our reload, or our reload, by activating our laser sight. So now we're gonna try to blind these dudes by shining them in the eyeballs with our laser. We'll see how that goes. There's one more dude hiding over here in the corner. So we're gonna switch to our sniper at some point and take him out. Actually, I really like this sniper. It's a one-shot headshot basically. And then the SMG that we're using, the Custodian, I believe from what I've heard is like has one of the best DPS in the game. So definitely want to bring these with you if you're doing some FPS combat. So these, ooh. So this is you got to be careful here. He hit us, and so we're now bleeding out. And I didn't have a med pin equipped, which is not great. And it can really screw you if you do that. And the servers are very unreliable because you want to make sure you get this thing equipped very quickly. And the servers don't always allow you to do that. But luckily, they were willing to cooperate with us here. So we were able to equip it in time and use it to get our heal back. But yeah, it's very scary. We're going to go ahead and equip our 2 others. Make sure if you're doing FPS missions, always have a med pen equipped so you don't have to deal with what I did just there. In fact, I was streaming the other day and I got hit and I sat for like 30 seconds waiting for this freaking med pen to become equipped because it has to like sync server side, and it never happened and I just fell over dead. It was really unfortunate. But yeah, so the AI are kind of, every time you do this, they're going to be in a different position on the ship, and they kind of run around as well. So it's kind of hard to keep track of everything. Just do your best. Try not to die. It's generally recommended to do this with more than one person because there's an optional objective to disarm like a small electronic device that's sending out a signal. And so you want to be able to do that before the time runs out. Otherwise, you lose out on your bonus. But you still make, from this mission on your own, you can make 12,000 AUEC. So it's a really good mission to do if you're wanting to make some money. So yeah, the ship can be very, very confusing if you don't know your way around. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the design is kind of asymmetrical, so it's kind of easy to tell like front to back, but like it's hard to know like which side of the ship you're on. Until like it's asymmetrical and there's like 3 or 4 different levels as well, so it takes some time to get used to just finding your way around the ship. And so here I'm like trying to figure out, are these guys dead or alive? So we fired one shot into that dude and we're like, no, okay, I guess they're dead. And then we pan over and like, oh, okay, these guys are different. They have white armor. So these are actually the security guards, which is actually, this is the first time I've ever seen them still alive on here, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I usually run this with friends, and those guys are usually long dead by the time we get to them. So we're gonna go through this other hallway, and surprise, there's a guy right there, and we got pinged by the guy behind him. He wasn't able to do a lot of damage to us. Luckily, we're not bleeding or anything, so we're good there. And now we have one more hostile. So let's keep clearing the ship, checking every room and stuff that we have to. And I'm like, oh wait, his armor's a little bit lighter colored. Is he a security guard? And then I get closer and I see like the skull in his arm, and I'm like, nah, probably not. So that's it. That's our origin jump mission, the boarding action. It's a really fun, unique mission. And there's also some bunker missions that you can go do where you land planet side and clear out some bunkers. Those are also really fun. There are fewer enemies though. There's usually like maybe like 7 to 9 enemies for those. And now we're going to go do our bounty hunts. So that was a mercenary contract. Not exactly the same thing as a bounty hunt, because I guess technically we were still working with security. Bounty hunts are more of like an independent operation. So we're doing a crime stat 4 bounty hunt here, and then we'll have a crime stat 3 afterwards. Or is this a crime stat 3? I can't. Oh, this is a crime stat 3. Okay, so the one after this is crime stat 4. Never mind. But so we got Buccaneer, looks like, and probably some more Cutlass Blacks. So like I said before, you got to be careful about these dudes shooting missiles at you, because those are kind of the most dangerous things in the game right now. They can wipe out your shields and take you out, no problem. So be careful and make sure you're flying off those, or firing off those countermeasures whenever you're fighting. And so you're seeing I'm trying to target at 2 different positions here. So the gimbal is the one further out, and so that's kind of auto-targeting. And then I have to manually target my 2 guns on the left and right wings, and then so I have to keep the reticle kind of over the lead there on the target to make sure that it's hitting. Each weapon also has different ranges at which it will be effective. Our gimbaled weapon actually has more range than our side weapons, so that's kind of nice. And it fires more slowly, but it packs more damage as well. So it's kind of like a long-range precision weapon. We get a missile lock on this dude just in case we want to fire a missile at him. But I believe, yeah, he's gonna blow up right there anyway, so we're good to go. Except we had some more friends decided to show up and play. So we got 2 new enemy ships incoming. So the reason you want to accept a call to arms mission is in case something like this happens. So we don't have a bounty for these guys, but if we take them out, we can still earn some extra credits. And the same is true whenever you're doing a bounty hunt. If you take out your main target first, you'll earn extra credits on top of that for each ship you kill afterwards. And it doesn't count if you kill them before you actually complete the bounty mission. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So this is actually a Constellation Andromeda that we're fighting here in our Origin 325, or as other people like to call it, the Connie. Apparently, not a lot of people think it's a very good ship, so I don't know if it's something you'd want to go out and get yourself. But I think it looks really cool. I like the ship a lot. It reminds me a lot of the ship from Prometheus, which I actually enjoyed the movie. But dude, this thing's got a lot of health, which is kind of expected from a ship of its size. But we're still able to take it out. We just gotta fire a few missiles at it and stuff. So luckily he doesn't have very good gunners on his turrets or anything, so we don't have to worry about a whole lot. You can see the server lag there. He's just kind of like jerking around and stuff. They really need to fix their servers. But they are working on it, so hopefully soon sometime, fingers crossed. And there were other security there, and they took out the other dudes, so we were just able to leave. So I believe this is our CS4 mission that we got going on, our crime stat 4. So once you hit 3, 4, and 5 level missions, you really want to be careful about firing off your chaff and your flares to get rid of those missiles, because they can take you down no problem, like I already mentioned. But actually, I really like the space combat in this game. I think the mechanics of it and the physics of it are, to me, it's more satisfying than something like Elite Dangerous, personally. It's also a lot different from like your normal dogfighting game where you're like flying around in planes and stuff, because you can strafe and you can also fly backwards, which you can't really do in like your like Ace Combat or whatever. Which makes sense. I do prefer to play with the mouse and keyboard because I feel it gives you a little more precision when you're trying to line up shots like this. But I also just don't have, I have a dual joystick setup that I could use, but I don't have, I need something to like mount it to, otherwise it kind of like wobbles around on my table and it's not super comfortable to use. But a HOTAS or something might, I'm sure if you get the right springs and stuff, you can get something that will give you a little bit more precision. But yeah, this stuff is just way too much fun. I'll be posting a video later of our freelancer that we've also fully upgraded, and that thing is a monster. That thing can tear these dudes up. So we have this ship currently has 2 CF337s or whatever, the 2 repeater lasers on the side, whereas our freelancer has 4 of these and they're all gimbaled, so they all auto target. The thing is a beast. It's so good. And we've also bought new shields for that and everything as well. So I absolutely love flying around in that ship. So yeah, we got some extra credits there. We actually made a good amount of money there. But I hope y'all enjoy this little video. We're gonna go back and land over here. I don't know which harbor this is or whatever. Everest Harbor maybe. But make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We're going to be doing some more Star Citizen content. I'm going to be doing some more Destiny content since that's kind of been our main game for a long time as well. We're doing some like weapon recommendations for stuff going into Beyond Light. And always make sure to go check us out on Twitch as well. And we also have a podcast on Saturdays. So I stream every weekday from 5 to 7 or 5 to 9 Central Time on Twitch. So here you can see we're going to do some restocking and stuff, and so it takes a little bit of time. You'll see it go up there, and we'll get some repairs in as well. But let me know what kind of ships you've been enjoying. I know the data of like recording this and editing this, the 311 PTU just released, so there's a lot of people checking out the new stuff in that. So we might get into that, we might not. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next one, and have a good one. Bye-bye.